I need to get everybody to petition that they don't want to be lied to anymore by the press. They want their children to grow up in a society where press is just and fair, and the size of the lie that they print is the size of the apology they have to print. And they have to reveal their made-up sources and their so-called friends unless it's a criminal situation, because they make up such lies. You know, they've called me a whore, a gold digger, a fantasist, a liar, the most unbelievably hurtful things, and I've stayed quiet for my daughter. But my daughter, we've had death threats. I've been close to suicide. So upset about this.
I know you're...
I've had worse press than a paedophile or a murderer, and I've done nothing but charity for 20 years.
Well, I actually remember you when I first started here.
I came on here talking about vegetarianism 15 years ago. I sat here and Dr. Hilary Jones said, she's crazy, she's talking about wheatgrass and giving up meat and dairy. And then they want to write that I just suddenly make up vegetarianism.
To please Paul and his
please
family.
Paul. You've got footage, find it, show it. You know, it's just everyone has jumped on the bandwagon. That my sister was crying her eyes out because that awful Jordan and Peter Andre did a joke on Sunday, and I've had 6 amputee girls crying their eyes out because they're getting bullied at school because people are joking about the loss of my limb. Jonathan Ross.
Oh, I remember that one.
Says she's such an effing liar. We're going to find out she's got 2 legs instead of 1. I have protected my husband. I know everything and I know the truth. I even got an apology because the judge pushed for it when they said that my petition was a lie.
No, but one of the clauses apparently in this whole divorce thing is that you want to be able to sell your story. And then again,
it's
people...
rubbish.
Right, okay.
I could sell my story right now. I'm trying to protect Paul and our daughter. I am trying, and I'm being pushed to the edge.
Well, you really, the way you are
18
on the edge,
months of abuse, worse than a murder and paedophile. 4,400 abusive articles. Look, it's one of the guys in this, the one that I just had convicted for assault, which they thought I wouldn't follow through to the end. He had 132 convictions. 132 convictions, and he's hired with no licence. They have to be licensed. Because how do I know when someone's sitting outside my house they're a stalker or not?
So listen, you say your life's like living in a prison.
It is living in a prison. I am living in a... The only respite that I got was going to America. I did Dancing with the Stars because our charity has been so damaged, we needed the money. You know, I was the only person on the show that gave the money to the charity, and then they want to turn that into something awful, like Get Lost. I would live in America in 2 seconds, but I keep my daughter here to be close to her father. I compromise everything. I do. You cannot imagine what I've done to compromise things.
And do you honestly, I mean, you came in here and said you fear for your life and for Beatrice's
life. The police came
life.
round, and this is why I'm speaking about this now, and I have a box of evidence that is going to a certain person should anything happen to me. So if you top me off, it's still going to go to that certain person, and the truth will come out. There is such a fear from a certain party of the truth coming out that lots of things have been put out and done. So the police came around and they said, you have serious death threats from an underground movement. And I was like, you're joking? And they said, no, they're serious. Here's the 999 number. I never rang the 999 number. I always rang the 08 if there was a 45 number. And then the press write, you know, Heather's crying wolf with 999 calls. The police came to me to tell me I had death threats and that I had to be careful. That means my daughter's life is at risk because she's with me all the time. Could I get security? No. Did I have to go to the bank and borrow it? Yes. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting that I'm put. Who created those death threats? The media, a certain part of the tabloid media, created such a hate campaign against me that they put my life and my daughter's life at risk. And that's why I considered killing myself, because I thought if I'm dead, she's safe. Something so awful happened. That someone I'd loved for a long time, I found out, had betrayed me immensely. And I don't mean infidelity or anything like that. Like, beyond belief.
So somebody betrayed you, and of course everyone here is going to believe that that's Paul McCartney. In a way, not infidelity, that is so much deeper than that. It wounded you and pushed you towards suicide.
Yeah, it did. And he knows that.
So it's Paul.
But I've got to protect myself. I have to protect myself. Protect me, and I will say nothing. People don't want to know what the truth is because they could never, ever handle it. They would be too devastated.